All right, viewers, we're stepping out of our regular rundown at the moment. News is coming in from India. An invitation has been extended to French President Emmanuel Macron to serve as the chief guest at India's Republic Day celebrations in 2024. And this marks the sixth instance of a French leader being invited to the momentous event at Kartavya Path on 26th of January, commemorating the day in 1950 when the Constitution of India came into effect, signifying the nation's transition to a republic. India's gesture reflects the strengthened closeness and trust that has developed between the two countries over time. Now, our correspondent Siddhant Sibal joins us for more on this, on the development which has just been announced, and we're breaking into it. Of course, Siddhant, I wanted to ask you, of course, there was a different guest list before this, and as of now, it's, I think, home down to Emmanuel Macron. What does it say about the two nations coming together?
Well, remember that the Indian Prime Minister was invited for the Bastille Day celebrations in Paris earlier this year, where the Indian Prime Minister was present, and the Indian Air Force's Rafale jets were taking part in the flypast. So we will see similar scenes in January, on January the 26th, when the French President will be the chief guest at India's Republic Day, where the Indian Rafales, which India got from France, will be flying over the Kartavya Path. But essentially, we know that this is the sixth time that a French leader has been invited, and that marks the maximum number of times that any country has been invited for India's Republic Day parade. We know that in 1976, the French Prime Minister Jacques Chirac was invited, and since then, several other French leaders have been invited. But there has been considerable warmth and camaraderie between the two countries. And as you pointed out, that, previously, the U.S. President Joe Biden was invited, but also remember that the announcement of U.S. President being invited was made by U.S. Ambassador Eric Garcetti, and we really do not know the reason why U.S. President is not attending. But one of the reasons is the State of the Union address. That could be one of the reasons that his schedule is busy around that time.
Siddhant, now, of course, India and France, the ties between the two nations have only grown. We have seen defense deals which have come through. The Indian Prime Minister was very much there in France, which was just a few months ago. This time, when the French leader now makes his way to Delhi on Republic Day, it's a momentous day, it's an important day for India. Going forward, how do you see the two nations coming together?
Well, there are several pillars to the relationship. One of the key pillars is defense. Remember that during the visit of the Indian Prime Minister, after the visit concluded, the joint statement pointed out that how both countries will be working on the Shakti engine. Also, the French keen to work on India's submarine project. They have had experience in the past when it comes to India's submarine project. And we know that defense is a pillar which has been growing leaps and bounds, but not that other pillars are not going. There is the key people-to-people relationship. Remember, there are many Indian students going to France as a new destination to get higher education. The focus is also on mobility as well. So this visit is only going to further highlight the constantly growing relationship between India and France. And as they say, this is a relationship that provides India that important veto at the UNSC, and also the French have been backing India at a reformed United Nations Security Council.
All right, Siddhant, thank you so much for joining in and sharing all your insights on this. Of course, it's going to be a big event as the French leader makes his way to New Delhi for the Republic Day. Thank you so much.